Hey guys, it's Austin the Doctor, and I already know people are going to be very mad with this video because I'm going to speak a lot of truth. And I know I'm going to use one anime or two animes a lot, but just know I'm not really ranking on the anime. More or less, I'm taking it apart and I'm kind of breaking it down to the point of people that are hyping it up too much to the point that it's just really disappointing. And at the end of the day, you enjoy what you want to enjoy, but this is about what makes a fandom bad, and I know this is going to be a very controversial topic, but I wanted to address this since I have, told my Discord, what fandom do you think is the worst? And a lot of them seem to have the same answer with certain ones, and I know that fandom is pretty bad. I have, been a part of a couple of them, and I have witnessed a lot of them, and it's quite interesting to see how it goes. And hey, let's just get into the video, am I right? Now, let's start with my favorite category. Making things up about characters, that they can do certain things, and I see this a whole lot. I'm looking at you, Dragon Ball, with Goku. Oh, he could do this, he can do that. Okay, what episode could he do that in? Oh, that episode, this episode, that one. You watched that episode? Where did you see this? What were you on? Were you smoking or something? Like, yeah, Goku can do that. Let me tell you. Goku can't defeat an angel. Just believe that. And I know people are like, oh no, he definitely can. Let me tell you, this and this and this happens. I get he's your idol, but there's a limit to everyone. Everyone is not as strong as people put them to be, because when you have someone on a pedestal, you kind of just really look up to them and you don't think they can be defeated. But at the end of the day, no one is perfect. That's just what the message is getting across. And I'm very happy with Super that Goku can't defeat that angel. I forgot his name, but it shows that Goku isn't, this high and mighty person. He's actually someone you can relate to, because at the end of the day, Goku gets beaten, he gets stronger. And there's certain people he can't defeat now. And that's a good thing. I know we have One Punch Man, but One Punch Man's more of a comedic thing, and that's why I hate those death battles. And it just gets ridiculous, with this whole... And death battles is the main thing that actually sparks making up characters, like their abilities, especially Naruto. I've gone through a share of arguments with Naruto fans, and I'm a Naruto fan. If you don't know, I really love myself Naruto, both, the original and the Shippuden, but there's certain things that people make up about Naruto. And I'm like, no, he can't do that. And people are like, oh, he can destroy the entire universe with what they're saying. And I'm like, how do you know that? Oh, he destroyed a mountain. Okay. Oh, he destroyed a continent. Okay, what episode? Where in the manga? Please tell me where. And this is like with Goku. Oh, he could just destroy the entire universe with the blink of his eye. Okay. Has he done that? No? Okay. That's not his ability. That being said, we have like One Piece with Luffy and everyone. Oh my. Luffy. They make him out to be this strong person. He's not even the strongest. He's an actual good character to a point. And I can enjoy when an anime doesn't make the main character the most overpowered thing. Look at Issei. Issei from High School DxD. He got his butt whooped so many times. He's been considerably weak for the first 2 seasons. But he's slowly getting stronger. That's character development. You don't have 11 episodes of screaming and empty threats. It gets boring. But going to another one is... I know this is a very touchy subject with, Rem lovers. I've gotten in so many debates with these people that they love Rem, and they make up that she had a personality. I'm here to tell you, she doesn't have a personality. She doesn't. That's just how the writer wrote her. And the sad part is, there is no difference between Ram and Rem. Just, Rem has a bigger, chest and has a different hair color and eye color. That's the only difference. And then it's sad that people, oh, Rem is the best. And yes, I have to agree, Rem is the best looking character in ReZero. I will give you that. But her personality is nothing to be desired. Oh, she had this and this and that. She had character development. Her instantly just switching isn't character development. That's just bad writing. I mean, we can go on to how the author hates her to the point that she put her in a coma so good old, Subaru and Emilia can get it on. Yeah. stop making up stuff about her. It's just sad because, oh, you didn't watch the anime. You haven't watched the anime or read the light novels. If you were saying that she has a personality, you say that you read the manga and the light novels, it's very clear, and watch the anime, you haven't really actually paid attention. Stop making up stuff. I get she is your lover. You love her a lot. But you have to accept stuff. Like me with Zero Two at the end, I can admit she had no personality. They took that away from her. That's just what happens. And I really do like Rem. I really do. But it's just the fact that people make stuff up about her. It just pisses me off. They don't get mad like I do with the author wanting to completely ruin her. That's what his thing is. And no one says anything. That's bothersome. Especially with, this is why I don't like when people make stuff up about characters. No one complains. If you make something up, that fills that void of complaining. Complain to the author that you don't like this certain part. Don't be afraid. Just stop making stuff up about characters. But let's go on to the other, big headline, I guess. Really, this man's talking about how bad my waifu or Goku is, and he has a really bad picture of Icarus. And tell me how, my waifu or Goku and Naruto are bad. The nerve of him. And he's using Little Big Planet as his background. What a weirdo. Come on. What is this? This is craziness. Let me tell you, this guy's crazy. Alright, I get you. You are essentially mad at me again, and it's okay. It's okay. I know you're going to leave your comment. I really know you're going to do that. Don't worry. I expect it. It's going to be probably something on the lines of you don't know what you're talking about, because that's usually what at the end of the thing is. And let me tell you, I'm not afraid to rank on the stuff I enjoy. And people don't realize that you shouldn't just, be okay with everything. You don't have to be. And going to one of the main things I see happening, this is especially on Twitter, and I've witnessed this, and I have been attacked by people like this, but attacking others when they talk about an anime that isn't what you like. And it's kind of funny because these people that attack you usually don't ever try to touch that anime or have never watched it. And when you ask them, oh yeah, I've watched it. Okay, what's this episode? Oh, I don't care enough. Mate, you can't talk if you haven't never watched it. You can't attack me if you've never watched it. That's with, Sword Art Online people. I get it's the entire thing of, he watches Sword Art Online, I'm going to make fun of him because it's such a bad anime. I will give you, the second season is bad. It really is. The first season's okay. This third season so far is pretty great. And I get, yes, we know the entire other stuff, like the manga and light novel had to be rewritten, and it is progressive. That's a good argument point. I'm not going to lie, that is. Because I know how to counter a lot of this stuff, I guess. But it's just really annoying because I get people like Sword Art Online. They do. And you see people like Overlord's fan base, and they're very guilty. I've seen this on my anime list. Anything that isn't another world or a video game-like thing, they will go and attack and give it low scores. And when you see the reviews, you're just like, really? That's why you gave it? And you're just looking at them, what do you have to do at home? I know personally when I was, asking good old Crunchyroll, hey, we're Sword Art Online, and it was on the Goblin Slayer thing. Oh, don't bring that anime into this thing. What are you doing? It's such a... You can't put that, it's disrespectful. And I get you like Goblin Slayer, I do. But I'm asking a question, and notice it's an ABC conversation, so see your good old butt out. That was really bad, yeah, but it's just, how sad do you have to be to attack someone that's asking a question about something they pay for? How stupid do you have to be? And how lonely and sad and pathetic you have to be to do that? And really, you're going to attack someone because they're asking a question about an anime they want to know about, and you like Goblin Slayer but you hate Sword Art Online. Just to let you know, you don't have to hate an anime because you like an anime. Just know that. That's just the thing, believe it or not. And it's just sad because that's what goes on with, Naruto. If you like Naruto, you have to hate Dragon Ball. If you like Dragon Ball, you have to hate Naruto. If you like Naruto, you have to hate One Piece. If you like One Piece, you have to hate Naruto. You see how stupid that is? If you don't like an anime, you don't like an anime. If you like an anime, you like the anime. You don't have to hate other animes. You can give other animes a chance. And this goes with, ecchi, too. People hate on ecchi and harem animes, but they never watch it. They never give it a chance. They don't. They just, it's showing extra excessive fan service. But these people will, same people that defend Goblin Slayer with their senseless stuff, will go attack ecchi. And I'm just like, what? You contradict yourself. Where were you to defend ecchi? Oh, but you want the full-blown thing. That's why you don't like ecchi. Okay, you sick son of a, what? But, it's just really funny to see these people attack harem and ecchi animes, but they never actually watch it. And they think it's just pure fan service, but these people go watch Naruto, and that had fan service. Dragon Ball had fan service. One Piece had fan service. You don't see these people complain. They just swallow it up. Ha! This is good! This is good, Dragon Ball! Good job! Making me feel good. That's just... Then you see these people. Oh, that's too much skin. Ugh, that's disgusting. Oh, that has no story. I'll give you Mockingjay. That has no story. Girls Bravo. Horrible story. I'll give you those two. But when you go and come to DxD, you got an issue. DxD's story is actually really good. All joking aside, it is actually one of my favorite stories I've seen in a while. And the fan service is just the cherry on the top. And it's sad that people are like, oh, blah, 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 yeah, it's too much fan service. It goes away. It takes away from the value of this thing. Really? It really does. But you quite enjoyed Hinata in the, hot springs and Sakura. You enjoyed the sexy Jetsu in Naruto. Oh, but that's too far? Okay. And my last point of this whole subject of this section is I just can't stand people that attack animes saying it's trash, but they have never watched the anime. What gives you the right to talk about it? If you have not watched it or finished it, you don't get to talk about it. You can't rank on something you didn't watch. That's trying to make a sandwich without the actual lettuce, tomato, mayo, or ham. You just have the bread. You're just eating bread at that point. Unless you enjoy eating straight bread with nothing on it, okay, enjoy your life that way. But let me get to my final subject, and I will do a quick summary. You just act everything. Oh my god, he's a horrible YouTuber. I gotta tell him the guy is sexy. He's so bad. You can't say that about Goku. You can't say that about Naruto. How dare you? How dare you? Look. I can do what I want. I can talk about what I want. And I know you people are going to still attack, so that's why I keep doing it. You guys, just calm down. But anyways, allow me to do it to them. You ready, guys? Because I am. Now, this is not even my final form, let me tell you. But this is going to be the most controversial, I think, ending or final subject I had so far for any video. And this is blindly following anything. And I know I had a video about Goblin Slayer, and before I go and talk about this stuff, just know I have read the light novels, mangas, and seen the animes of most things, and finished them, so I can talk about this. So before you say, I don't know what I'm talking about, you know that I have read ahead of you, most likely. And with Goblin Slayer, I have read far ahead of the manga and light novel, and there is a big difference between the manga and the light novel. The light novel isn't as heavy focused on those scenes versus the manga is. The manga is that weird, like, okay, you're going too far. But anyways, so let's start with, bad storytelling. People just follow bad stories really well, and Darling the Franxx is one of them. And I love Darling the Franxx. I really, I love it. You saw my videos if you are still here, but that ending, those final episodes were just so bad. And as a YouTuber, I had to kind of spin it to the silver lining, because that's just how you have to do it. You can't just lose hope, but that last episode, that was not defendable. If you did defend it, you are illiterate. I'm going to be honest. You cannot write a story that has a lot of good things, has a lot of explained stuff, have the message of you can be accepted no matter who you are and what you do or your past, and then all of a sudden just throw that all out in the window, out of the complete window, throw it off. You're going 180 miles per hour down the highway for some reason, and you just throw that story because you don't care. You throw those brakes that you have in that car away. You don't need that because you think you're good enough. Don't do that. I do not advise doing that, but it's just seeing people defend that ending. It's sad because going a little in depth to actually storytelling, when you build a story up, when you have character development and you have this message, but at the end that doesn't matter, it's like a completely different story. I'm going to be real, after episode 15, 16 and above, it's just like it's a different anime. It really is. And having Hero and Zero Two completely just thrown out the window, thrown like trash, why? They actually were quite vital to the story, but killing them off to kill Verm, but Verm wasn't dead, then what was the entire point of that? There's a point to everything in a story, in storytelling. That's bad writing. That really is. And you have, them coming back for what? It would have been better if they were just dead. I know that's horrible to say, but what was the entire point of killing them off? They could have just came back to Earth. They could have been, they're different, but they still saved us, so we have to accept everyone as they are, no matter who they are, because they can be a good person. Never judge a person by the cover, the book by the cover kind of thing. But it's sad, and now we have like ReZero. People defend it to their grave that Subaru's deaths were important. No, they weren't. They really weren't. They were just boring and senseless. Then you have, good old Gurren Lagann, and it's just, Kaname was so brave and everything. He was so great. He was a good person. I know this isn't storytelling, but he was pretty horrible to Simeon. He claimed that he was his brother. He lost his family. This is all storytelling. Then all of a sudden, he knows Simeon likes Yoko. What does he do? I'm going to kiss her. Then he dies. I was very happy because they got rid of that bad storytelling right there. And just like, what? How can you do that? Write a character that's very family-orientated, then just completely shatter that with one thing. That's bad. That really is. And I know that was going to piss a lot of people off, but that's the truth. That's not good storytelling. I actually would have loved if he never, kissed her, and he actually stayed there for a long time to kind of be this leader that everyone's all supports, and he kind of just sits in the background after a little while. I would have been fine with that. But nope, for some reason they felt to do that. For some reason, I still don't understand. But anyway, so let's go to the final one, which this is going to probably cause a lot of headache for me. I know people with the other video, but senseless stuff. We have School Days and Goblin Slayer, those are the main two, and I see these animes on Crunchyroll. They have high ratings, and it's because people enjoy edgy stuff, I guess. I know I don't like using that, but School Days is really... don't watch it. I'm going to be real. It's just so like, what the heck? At the end, you're just thinking like, why? Why was this entire anime focused around that? What did it have to serve? The only time anything served anything, then I know I'm going to compare this to Goblin Slayer, was that one time the guy did that to his own, girl, and she ended up wanting to kill him. That made sense. That had a plot point, but the rest you're just like thinking, okay, well, why? Just why? And then we have Goblin Slayer. Just don't even get me started on people that think it's senseless killing. No, it isn't. You've seen this guy's background. You've got it before the people that read the manga and the light novel. Be happy. Especially the manga people. I'm very pissed because I read the manga first and I'm just thinking, what, they got this early? Are you serious? We had to wait a year. What is this stuff? Come on. Kind of thing, but... Then we have the good old famous scene that they did in the beginning. And I'm going to be real, that first scene was just a great shock value so everyone would keep watching. It's kind of like how, I know I don't want to dive into this too much, but Twitch does with the girls. They wear low-cut shirts and you kind of wait there like, oh, is it going to happen kind of thing. That's what kind of Goblin Slayer took. And I'm going to be real, going into 4 episodes and knowing that, well, 3 episodes, and knowing that what happened with the actual light novel and manga, that was actually really it wasn't setting up anything for the story. Oh, it started up the atmosphere. No. You already had stuff for the atmosphere. That was over the top, not needed. That was pointless. And they were following the manga with that. The light novel isn't, it shows the aftermath. And I can understand the aftermath. I think that's a very good thing to talk about and a point to actual victims of that stuff. That's a good thing to talk about, set that stone-like talking point right there. But when you actually go into detail in the manga and the anime for that kind of scene, that's not needed. It didn't offer anything. Oh, it made the girl, horrified. I think seeing her entire group brutally killed in that cave was quite enough. And how would I have done it? And to keep that scene too in there? I'll meet you in the middle. I would have just, had that scene just not being shown, not even any sounds, just have the horrified look on the priestess. That's what I would have done, and just show the aftermath. And I really hope they don't go overboard, because it is a okay story. It's just that stuff in there in the manga is very senseless. It isn't needed. It doesn't really offer anything. And people try to say, oh, it's the atmosphere. The atmosphere and the story are two different things, if you don't know. That's, literature. You should know that if you've gone through high school or are still in high school. Just, you can't defend that, really. And I know people are like, oh, Berserk had it. Berserk had one actual vital one, and I'm not giving Berserk the pass. I'm not. It's so annoying to see people defend that stuff, especially with, ReZero. Just, don't even get me started on the Endless 8. That thing was just a waste of time, but overall, that kind of stuff being defended is very sad to see. You can't really find a way to defend it logically. If you actually enjoy that kind of stuff, that's not cool. You hope for that kind of stuff, just don't come over here. That's weird. Just gonna be honest. But if you enjoy that core action, that's cool. At the end of the day, you can enjoy what anime you want to enjoy. And I'm not a person to go completely attack Goblin Slayer, because I've read it. I enjoy, the story parts and him going around getting revenge for what they did to his family. I enjoy that. I just don't. You gotta look past the manga with those scenes, but at the end of the day, there's certain things that shouldn't be defended, and people defend it blindly. My main message with this entire video is just don't be blindly following anything. You can't do that, because most of the time when you do that, when you try to argue it, you seem like a big idiot. You shouldn't be like that. You should be proud of who you are and have actual vital points. But some people just don't care, apparently. But anyways, I know this video has been dragging on, and I know a lot of you are probably angry and have disliked this video. Good for you. Did it really relieve your stress? I just wanted to talk about this because it is a very interesting subject, and I've kind of been holding off about it because it's needed to be talked about. It honestly is, and I know I'm making this probably a week earlier than I'm going to be releasing, or 2 weeks. So just know, currently I've seen episode 3 of Goblin Slayer. So, yeah, just making sure people don't get all bent out of shape. Oh, you didn't see this? No, of course not. I'm making this video and editing it just for you guys. But anyways, guys, if you did enjoy this video, do comment and tell me what's your thoughts on each subject and your thoughts on a bad fandom or the worst fandom. I know that's going to start a big war, but oh well, that's what I say. But anyways, guys, this is Austin Doctor. Say out. Peace.